And nice to have you again here, Thiago, aka Sing4DLaughter. It's actually been a while because I recently checked and we made like episode 13 together, and now we're on episode 27, if I'm correct. That's so crazy. It's been a while.
It's super nice. The consistency you are putting out there, it's great. It's amazing. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thanks. And also congratulations on like all your stuff that you released. You were super busy lately, as I've seen, also with being now a live artist. Yeah. Now we can officially call you a live artist now, right?
We'll see about that.
Yeah, but you had your first gig.
Yes. Second gig. I did already the same gig like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And the same podcast, yes.
And how was it?
Was nice. It was way easier to put everything working now because I don't know, more experience. You know better what kind of sound you want and how you want the flow of the beat.
Yeah, I saw the clips on Instagram and it sounded so good. Also, it looked so professional. It was really cool to watch you doing all that stuff. I unfortunately missed the live stream. Is there actually replay?
Yes, it's still there.
Can you send me the link afterwards?
Yes, for sure. Bro, it's crazy because this guy was making like the final episodes of a series where he were replaying, reviewing and commenting each chapter of the latest Final Fantasy game. So it was last chapter, the last set of the podcast series, and he made like 8 hours live stream straight. I opened the live stream, so like it was at 7 p.m. for them. For me, it was 1 a.m. because it was on the United States. So I've opened like a half an hour playing. Then they started talking. And when I went to sleep, when I woke up, they were still on the on the live stream.
Wow, that's crazy.
It was wild, man.
8 hours live streaming is wild.
And they call it a super talented artist. His name is Tyler Hopner. And he was like drawing some Final Fantasy art, like just quiet. He was not participating on the chat. They were not talking about the episode. He was just drawing with the camera, filming. And for the 8 hours, he was just making art so people could see him drawing, could listen to the reviews of the chapters. It was, and then it started with me playing. It was super nice.
How long did he draw? Like, did he draw the whole 8 hours of the live stream, like non-stop?
Probably. I didn't watch everything from start to the end. He was still drawing like 8 hours later.
Wow, so that's fantastic. That's dedication as well. I mean, 8 hours. I cannot remember ever having like an 8 hour long session of composing or making music, beats or anything. That's like, wow, that's a whole work day.
Yes, it's a whole work day. And those guys, like, they work. No, I guess it was a holiday on the States, but they had to work on the day after. So they like were talking till 3 a.m. and had to wake up at 7 to go to work or something like that. It was lots of dedication. Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, 2 years ago when I did another live gig in the same channel, he organized like a whole day. I think it was longer than 8 hours. And they were just doing like lots of sets. Maybe 2 influencers will come and they would play a game. And then I would play some guitar. Then they will have another one talking about another thing. Then another one will play another music. And it was like, I don't know, 6 or 8 or 10 acts. I don't remember. But it was like 12 hours or something. It was super nice.
That needs like a lot of organization, having like so many guests.
Yes. Oh, crazy. It was like the huge event. It was like the 5 years of the channel or something like that. I don't remember, but it was super nice. Yeah, the channel name is Final Fantasy. So if everyone watching this likes Final Fantasy to discuss the lore, theories and stuff, you gotta check the Final Fantasy channel. And Water of Hype is the name of the host, Daniel. He's amazing, such a great guy with a great energy. I'm sure if you are not subscribed, it's awesome to check him out.
Awesome. Drop me all the links after the podcast, and I will tag them in the podcast description afterwards. So,
okay, yes,
it's
sure.
easy to find for everyone. Asking to this, so you watched like a good amount of the live stream, and I mean, yeah, you went to sleep in between, but then you watched like the end of the live stream, right?
Yes.
Are there already kind of new rumors about like the next Final Fantasy game? Is there something out there? Because I'm totally in the gray.
No, nothing yet. They are holding the information close to them. Not even because everybody is speculating like the Final Fantasy IX remake. It's a thing that is sort of confirmed, but nobody confirmed yet. And every time that there is like a Summer Game Fest or a State of Play or one of those events, I guess I'm failing again.
Okay, that was just a quick break. That was just a quick break.
I changed to my phone, like hotspotting from the phone, because it
sometimes
freezing.
Works better. Yeah,
yes,
it sometimes works better. Also, kind of the camera quality now of yours is looking way better since you just changed. Yeah.
It's supposed to be fiber, but Berlin is not the best on this thing. It's a bit old.
You know, I used to play a lot of like online games with German folk, and the internet connection was always a topic. You know, even with fiber and everything, I heard so much complaints. I remember I played like for over a year in this German Diablo 4 clan, and with like tons of members, and yeah, like connection issues were like such a big thing then. Crazy, actually.
Yes, I bet. Yeah, when we came to live here, it was like a bit of shock for us to see, like, I don't know, it's a third economy on the world and everything is super old and lots of infrastructure not working. They are using the mail system with post ladders.
Yeah. I heard that as well. Like the simplest things are so complicated to do in Germany because it kind of feels like medieval times there.
Yes, and internet is one of these things, yes.
Is it a big difference to Italy, actually?
No, not that big, but yes, I don't know. We're living in Bergamo. It's like a medium-sized town, and don't know, everything works there. We have great internet. Everything is online. I don't know. Sounds normal.
Sweet. That leads me to my second question, actually. Because before we start recording, I already told you that I have like two questions that I kind of know that I want to ask you.
Okay.
It's about Italian food.
Okay.
What's this thing with the 10 days? Because I was working, you know, I'm an electrician. We had this renovation of a kitchen. There were 2 flats, and it was kind of the same Italian family. And they invited me over to lunch. And she had like this self-made, super nice, you know, this olive oil pepperoncini mixture. And she was like, yeah, I asked her how to do that. And she was like, yeah, you have to cut the pepperoncini, dry them out with salt, and then they have to rest in the olive oil for 10 days. Okay. Without, you know, closing the glass. And then I went up to the other flat, and it was the flat of her sister, are 2 very lovely, like, old Italian ladies. And she asked me if I can like change some lamps while I'm anyway working there. And I did that, and she's like, thanks a lot. And then she gave me like self-made limoncello. And also she was like, yeah, you take the zest of the lemons, you put that in alcohol, and then you wait for 10 days. And I'm like, what? 10 days again? Is that a thing? Or do you heard that for the first time?
Not that I heard of, but I will tell you that I don't know if you move 10 kilometers, you will be in another town with other traditions and other dishes and other ways. Each family has their own recipe to do the same dish. It's
like
crazy.
Every 10 kilometers, so we are back to the 10.
Yeah, probably.
No, but it's actually funny. Today is like July the 1st. And exactly 10 days ago, I tried her recipe for the pepperoncini oil. And I just before we hopped on the podcast, ate a little bit after gym and tried it. This recipe is amazing. It's nice. So good.
The oil?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was now 10 days in my cellar because it doesn't need light. And like with the open glass, just put like a blanket on top so it can still breathe. And it's actually the first time because I tried it a few times making my own like chili oil. It was always shit, but with the recipe of this old Italian lady, it was amazing.
Nice. Probably she has a neighbor that uses 9 days or 8 or 15 because it changes on the families.
Yeah, exactly. And
they're sisters, and both were using 10 days. It's a family recipe. You can see the
I think so. Do you also have like some family recipes?
Yes. There is a famous dish from Bergamo that it's called casoncelli. It's like a filled pasta, I don't know, like a ravioli, but with a very specific recipe. And we do my wife's grandma's recipe. And it's one thing with some ingredients. Then you ask to any other person, she will say that his or her mama's recipe is different because sometimes they put this or that. No, you need to use this kind of cheese, or you need to use a little bit of chocolate to make it sweet, or a little bit of amaretti, or this or that. So it changes everywhere.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I was kind of curious if those 10 days are a thing, but
once I asked it to a guy that lives in Bologna, where can I have the best lasagna bolognese in Bologna? He told me, in my house.
I swear, I really love Italian food. Love it.
It's another level. Like everything is on high standards. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like pizza, pasta, and like all the desserts, and and it's very how do you say? You can find it everywhere in Switzerland, since we had like a ton of guest workers. Switzerland is such a small country, but we have the longest tunnel systems, for cars. But they are like mostly built by Italian folks that came here. And now we have like a lot of people with Italian roots and with the traditions and the kitchen and everything. So you can find it everywhere. And I love it. It's amazing.
Yeah. No, it's super good. And there are all these recipes and kind of foods that you will eat in restaurants. And each town you go, you have the traditional dishes from that town. But then you start living there and you start eating, but like in the home of them. Like my mother-in-law cooks every Sunday for us. And every time she will come up with a different recipe that you never heard about. And it's super delicious. And you cannot compete with that.
Oh, speaking of that, I have a friend. His family is from, it's like near Napoli. He grew up.
Okay.
And he told me that they eat like pizza with sausages on top. I was like, no way, that's not Italian. And he's like, yeah. They put like sausages and sometimes like mayonnaise or ketchup on the pizza. And I'm like, what the fuck?
No, this one I never heard. But they have a famous like pizza there that is with sausage and cheese, sausage, and just some greens like some broccoli leaves, something like similar. And not you don't need a tomato sauce. It's just like a white pizza. It's super good.
Yeah.
And
So
when
good.
you eat pizza in wherever in Italy, it will be great. Then you go to Napoli and you eat there, and it's another level. It's you cannot explain why it's so good, the pizza there, but it is. It just is.
For me, and that's like a hot take, but for me, it's like all about the pizza dough. Like, if the dough is good, the main thing. Sure. It's such a big difference. You know, when it's getting like bubbly and it's super,
Yes.
So cool. I see. Is that a new shirt, like new merchandise with your logo on top?
It's my official shirt for special events, but I'm not selling yet. I should probably do a story only with this at least.
Yeah, it looks super cool. Also with the colors, it looks very cool with the, the contrast of this like blue shades and the black. Looks super cool, man.
Yes, oh, thank you. Yeah, there are so many things to do, man. I feel like I spend so much time working on making music, and sometimes I even left behind other aspects of this life of being a producer. And probably make a shop to sell my shirt. It's not that I will sell 100 shirts per month, but it would be a nice thing to do, to have.
Yeah, definitely. And you only have to like set it up once. And then you can forget about it somehow. Sometimes post it in your Instagram story. Hey, I still have shirts and stuff. But yeah, it's actually, for me, it's fascinating. Because I'm kind of in a music making break now for like a good month or something.
Oh, nice.
And it's so crazy to see like all the producers around me are like constantly releasing new tracks. And I'm like, oh, I need a break. How do you keep that, that output? Because you make a lot of music, right? And do you also have like those times where you need to take like a kind of harder break for a longer period, or is that not a thing?
Yes, it's something that all of us need, I guess. I try to keep really consistent with my schedule. I use it to try to work. Sometimes it was working out, sometimes not, but like 4 tracks per week, it's too much. Now I'm doing 3, some weeks I do 2. And it's still a lot if you think
it's
about it.
Very lot, yeah.
And my process is not like that. I will make a whole track in a day, but I will build a solid demo and have the stems ready to send to another artist to finish. Or I will receive some stems and I will finish that song. So like probably to make a whole song is like a 1.5 day. So I can probably make 2 songs if I work a good demo in 2 days. So 2 days, and the 3rd day I will just mix everything and polish and finish. So yeah.
Okay, and but you never run out of like inspiration or ideas.
Yeah. Sometimes yes. When you are working, one thing that is nice is to mix the projects. So like, I will work in a Final Fantasy project, and between maybe in this week, I will not make 3 Final Fantasy songs from the same Final Fantasy in a row. I will try to make 1 Final Fantasy song and 1 Pokemon song from another project, and maybe another from a 3rd project if you have 3 projects going on. So this is something that helps to work in different projects, because it's just an inside feeling, but you start thinking that all your songs are looking the same on that batch. So if I work like 8 songs from the same franchise, from the same project in a row, I will feel like the last one is too similar to the first one. Like the ideas are not that fresh. I don't know.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. I can really relate to that.
So yeah, it's important to have breaks, and I'm really getting used to don't worry about that much. Like if I'm not releasing a song next week, I don't care. I will release on the next. Or like on the last year, I only missed one Friday in the whole year. And I was super upset because of that, because it was because of misorganization. I was supposed to have the perfect year on releasing terms. And then, okay, but at the end of the day, it's also maybe sometimes too much effort, too much work, and you put so many stuff out, and like it's not even, people don't find it. Maybe you will make a very nice project and you will put out, and people will not see because it was not the right moment, not the right time, because it was there were other things, or maybe you just overdid. You did so many tracks. I did like more than 150 songs last year.
That's so much, man. That's 3 songs a week.
Yes.
That's so many tracks. Wow.
There are so many. Then you see sometimes you just work your ass to make lots of songs, and it doesn't matter because the algorithm will give me the same amount of streams in that week if I release one or if I release more. I don't know. It's not linear. I use it to have this concept that the more work I put out, the more things will grow, but it's not so simple.
Obviously. Yeah, it's kind of like planting seeds in your garden. The more seeds you throw out, the more chances of a good plant you will get. It's like an old but working concept.
Yes, and I have this personality or this kind of thing, a bit of anxiety in a good way, like for trying to working hard and really caring about things. And my reflex, my instinct, when things are not going like growing up and going great, is that I need to make more music. And sometimes maybe what I need to do is to take a break and take a week, maybe making more connections and talking to people and showing my music to other producers, to playlist owners. And this might be even more helpful than make another batch of songs in that week, for example.
Yeah, makes sense. But also if you have like a kind of monopoly on Final Fantasy lo-fi covers, then having like 200 tracks out is also good, because if someone is searching YouTube for Final Fantasy lo-fi, there are like 500 tracks of yours in total.
Yes, this is one of the things that drives me, because I have this beautiful community of Final Fantasy, with people that listen to my Final Fantasy things on YouTube, also on Spotify, obviously. And that drives me, because I have this goal of, I need to have covered all the games, like the most of the songs of all the games. And if you started to writing it down, I'm probably not even in half of this work. It's lifetime's work.
Yeah, but I mean, there are like 16 mainline games.
Yes.
And they have also like stuff like Final Fantasy Tactic, Final Fantasy Dissidia. Boy, I love that game. Dissidia was so fun.
It's nice. It's very nice.
It's so much. And I mean, it's not like a game that you can play through in 20 hours. It's like 50 to 70 hours of gameplay on each main game. Means you have like tons of music made for that game, because you cannot like play the same song over and over. Obviously, some main characters have their own team. Do you actually already cover the Sephiroth team?
The one-winged angel?
The one with the choir that sings Sephiroth?
Yes, I have a cover of this with Djembe. It's super cool. Yeah, I'll send you the link later.
Yeah, send me, because that's probably my most favorite song from all the Final Fantasy games. It's so epic.
Yes. It's a bit of a funny take on the song. Like it's more uptight, I don't know, up vibes, because you know how djembe works. And he started the song, and I would probably never be able to work out on this by myself, because I'm always thinking like, no, it must be perfect. I cannot start like this or like that. And then he just gave me that beat that he made, and I put my thing on. It was super nice. Yes.
Yeah. I really have to hear that.
So I have it, yes. Yes, Final Fantasy VII, I have like almost 50 songs. Only from one game.
Have you covered, is that like everything from Final Fantasy VII now? Or are there still like some songs missing? I mean, that's more than 50 songs from one game.
Yes. They have like, the original game probably have like 90 songs. I don't know. And,
that's a lot.
Yes, I would, to feel happy about 7, I would probably need to make another 15 or 20 tracks if I want to make all the ones I love, because I love all the tracks. But I'm trying to make like a bit of one project, a bit of other, like 10, 15 tracks from one Final Fantasy, then from another, because then I can put everything on my live stream, because now it became the Final Fantasy Lo-Fi radio, so it needs to have music from all Final Fantasies.
Yeah, and Final Fantasy is like so big. You have like the main game, you have the remake, you have Relaxicorn, and you have the movie.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes, but those have like variations of the songs. If you go to play the remake, for example, it will have lots of remake of also from the songs. Then on that, I would probably cover only the new ones. Only maybe if one was super special with a very different thing, I would tackle that one. Otherwise, I already have probably. Actually, the last week I released it with Tanoshi, like Jesse's Team, that is a song from Final Fantasy Remake only. So it was from Remake, for example. And yes, and my live stream has now almost 6 hours of Final Fantasy music.
Like, and then it repeats again, right?
Yeah, but it's like in shuffle mode, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, 6 hours is a very long time, and if you start to hear the songs again after 6 hours, that's totally cool.
Yes, and the average time that people spend there is like 1.5 hours.
Okay.
So you would need to at least go there 4 times and then get exactly the same song. So it probably takes a lot to listen to everything.
Yeah, and I mean, for the average listener, it will be like every time fresh song. That's so cool.
Yeah, it really feels like a radio. It's super nice.
Do you have like a favorite character from the Final Fantasy series, with the backstory, or maybe just from the art design?
I don't know, man. I'm a huge fan of Cloud, I have to say. His story it's something out of this world. What they made on Final Fantasy VII, story-wise, it's in another level. To take a guy that like lost his memory and thought he was something else, just to discover that he was like a trooper with a rifle, the most shitty ones that you face in the beginning of the game. He was one of those. And then he discovered that he had taken all this Zack persona and put himself just, I don't know, it's so perfect. It's so perfect. Really, really like. And he's kind of badass, but...
That's true.
Yeah.
Also carrying the sword of Angel.
Yes. If you think about the sword and like all the story, how the sword came from Angel to
Zack and then to Cloud. Yeah.
Only the sword is already.
Oh yeah, it's a legendary sword. I'm a big fan of actually Genesis. I really like his outfit. And he's kind of this edgy, emo-ish guy. I kind of like this design.
Yeah, it was that period. On the year where was that one?
The one with the epic fight in Crisis Core that you had this cutscene where he fought Sephiroth. Oh, that's a movie. Only this cutscene alone is like so good.
Yes, I remember that I didn't own a PSP on that day, and they released the game, and I started watching some gameplays to know about the story. When I saw this cutscene, I pressed stop and I said, "Okay, I gotta buy a PSP and play this thing. I will not watch any gameplays anymore."
They actually released the remake on the Switch. I got it for the Switch.
Ah, okay.
I played it on PSP, but the Crisis Core remake is now on the Switch, on the first one.
Okay.
It's already out for a few years.
Okay. I recently played also the one on the PS5. It was super well done.
Oh, they also made the Crisis Core on PS5?
Yes, they call it Crisis Core Reunion. It's like a whole remaster with new voice acting and a bit improved the battle system, but not that much. It's the same game, but it's super improved. No, this one was released.
But Switch is also Reunion. Crisis Core Reunion, I just remember. That's the same.
So it should be the same. Yeah, it's already like a couple of years ago. 2-3 years.
But I have honestly not finished the remake yet. I only finished the original one.
Okay.
The end made me so angry.
Yes. It was one of the most heartbreaking endings of any video game. It's crazy.
Yeah, I nearly destroyed my PSP at that moment. I was like this already. Wanted to throw the PSP at the wall. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Is it also like so really extremely hot in Germany right now as well?
Yes. Now, what temperature is it? Today was really hot.
I'm on my gym, dying from the heat.
It's 27 degrees here. And my gym is like in a big warehouse. So there was the window, and I was exactly where the sun was coming. So I was working out with the sun in my face. It was almost like being outside.
As you texted me when we wanted to set the date for the podcast, you said that you recently came back into the sport. Do I have it right in my mind? That you just like started again?
No, it's because like I had my subscription paused here because it's monthly. Even if they would probably get more money from me if they allowed me to come back before, they rather let me 1 month because we went to Italy for 2 weeks. Then the other 2 weeks where we were here, I couldn't go to the gym because it was. I could go, but I would need to pay for drop-ins like 20 euros a day. It was crazy.
For the whole month, even if you are missing 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I'm returning this week now because we turn to July.
I think in my gym I can actually tell them that I'm going for a holiday, and they will just like give me that 1 or 2 weeks like added. But it's a yearly subscription.
Yeah, mine is like a 6-month subscription and it's the same, but they only allow me to pause it for a whole month.
Okay. Now I see. You have to pause for the whole month. You cannot like say, I'm in holidays for 2 weeks, and then maybe half a year later you go for holiday again, and then you have like a total 1 month in. Okay.
No, they don't allow you to do that. It's worse for them because if I am pausing, I will only start paying like 1 month later. If they give me only 15 days, I would start paying before. So
yeah, okay, that
I guess
really doesn't make sense.
It's easier for them to manage everything, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that's really a weird concept. But like we already said, everything is a bit more complicated in Germany than somewhere else.
Exactly. Yeah, and when we are in Italy, I'm able to work out there because I have like some lifts to weight at home and I have space. But when we are in Germany, I only go to the park. If I found one with the calisthenics thing, I can I can kind of work out there.
Yeah, this calisthenics thing is getting like more and more popular, like over the last few years. I think also like with Corona, it kind of started since the gym closed. Like more and more people started doing that.
Probably. It's crazy. In Berlin, you in the summer, you can go there and you will see like a 70 years old guy working out like 10 times better than I will ever be in my life. I don't know how they do it. Yeah, it's nice to see. Super inspiring.
Yeah, I see that. And yeah, we have talked like nearly half a year back. So what's new?
What's new? Yes, I'm always working on Final Fantasy projects, working on a Pokemon project quite big that will be going out in the end of July.
Okay.
With Gatomon and A-Bug. And yes, since I've performed in that live stream from Final Fan TV, I really got into this thing of performing live. It's something that I really miss. When I was a teenager, I always had a band and I was always be playing. 1 month ago, I was just walking in Berlin with my wife, and there was this band playing on a stage far from us. I could only hear the guitar playing, and it felt like, oh man, I really miss playing like live and playing. And it was funny because I was super like busy with my schedule. It's always full. There's always another song to make. And then the Final Fantasy guy wrote me, hey, do you want to hop in and make like a performance, half an hour, something like that? And I was in the beginning thinking, oh man, it will ruin my schedule to stop working on beats to prepare for this. But it's something super nice. I already did it 2 years ago. It's important. Let's go. Let's do it. My wife supported me a lot. She told me, no, you have to do it. You have to do it. And then it was so nice in the end because I just could stop from 1 week to work making the next beat, just to listen to my old songs, to decide which one I will do, to assemble the live loop set, because it's a bit complex. It's a bit different than the way we work, because when we are making beats, everything's possible. You can put layers and layers and things, and everything plays, right? And when you're building a loop, you need to be careful. Like I need to, what we will build first, I will build the chords, then I will add the bass, then I will add the drums, then I will add the guitars, then I will go for the melody. Then I need to change, because in VGM, we make some almost every time the songs have more than one section. So we have section A, section B, and maybe section C. When you are just looping an original song, if you go to the Lo-Fi, the playlist of Lo-Fi Grow, all the songs there, they are great, but they are mostly a nice loop, and you build from that. So it will be easier to loop original songs. It's something that I will do also, that I want to do also. But so you need to think about this, because if I'm working in 2 sections, A and B, I cannot build the loop from section A and then pause and build the loop from section B. It will be boring for people to have to watch everything. So you need to transition to one to another.
Yeah, you need like some elements that you can have like through the whole song, at least. Even if it's like a simple pad or like some shakers, percussions that you can keep going while muting the other stuff, and then play melody of section B and the guitar.
Yes, but if you're changing the chords and the bass, you have to record it, or you can maybe set some pads with pre-recorded chords that you will smoothly transition from one to another and keep playing and the melody. I don't know. It's so funny, so fun, and we had such a great time, like thinking on how to solve these problems, because it's a logistic problem. I need to be able to assemble that beat, to create that vibe with few elements, and make it sound nice. So it was.
But how about the idea if you try to kind of, since it was like a lot of fun for you to do, right? How about making like every 2 months, like 30 minutes video where you record yourself doing like this live performance? It can be at home, and just put it on your YouTube channel because it's nice to watch. And then you can also like pitch those videos to like, there are so many events, like comic conventions, game conventions, all that stuff. And just send them then you can just like send them the link to your video and say, hey, do you have like a spare space for me to have like a 30 minutes performance on the event and stuff? I think that could be cool. And you would really get, by doing it constantly, or let's say half an hour every month, one video with the newest tracks, to get really into the flow and figure things out better and better.
Yes, definitely.
I just think back to my DJ time. I kind of did it the same way. I tried to record like 1 or 2 1-hour-long DJ mixes every week and just posted them. And I did that for like 1 year till I said, okay, that's enough now. Now I can just like release one new mix once a month, because the skills are there. I know how, even if the tracks are new. Okay, it's obviously easier to be a DJ than being a live performer, obviously. But it's kind of getting, this routine.
Yes. You start thinking about how to assemble these things. It's easier. Yes. It's one of my objectives is to start creating content, to have something to show if I want to pitch myself in something. I have this like this small dream that I hope it happens. That is to perform on the Final Fantasy Comic Con. That will happen in next one. It will be in February in London, and they have like a stage for people to go there and perform. But to be able to pitch for them, I already tried, and they told me I need to do in September, when they started officially to selling the tickets and organizing the event. So my goal now is still September to have a good like set list, everything on YouTube and everywhere, so I can show them. And
I would definitely go for that.
Yeah, nice. Yeah,
and something that I learned, I had like a 6-month-long coaching from a guy who organized like big events in Ibiza and was also like the A&R of some very big DJs. And he kind of, talked about how to get booked on festivals and stuff, and all that stuff worked. And one thing was like, just be consistent. Even if they told you to pitch in September, pitch in August already. And then pitch again in September. Because then they see that you are dedicated. Don't email them every day. That's not good. But making like one email in August and one in September, and then they will read your name twice. And it will be, it's this little psychological hack.
Nice.
Just as a little suggestion.
Thank you. No, I will definitely do this. Yes. And so this is one of my plans. I was planning with full of projects, and I decided to put another thing in the middle because I can make things harder for me. But it's super nice, it's super fun. So today, this new guy just arrived.
Oh, it's the Notion one, right?
Oh, wait, I cannot hear you. What happened?
Can you hear me now?
Okay. I guess when I moved the PC, something got off.
Okay.
Is
it the Notion pad? The one for Ableton?
Yes, but it integrates perfectly also with Logic. It doesn't have like the same functionalities of Ableton because it's built for Ableton, But it's like plug and play. You just open a session in Logic, and you can control all the grids on a live looping grid. I don't know if you ever played with that on Logic.
Not yet.
It's crazy, like infinite possibilities with this one. I was using the Native Instruments masking. It's super cool. But the downside is that it works properly with all the features in their own DAW that is called Masking 2. And it's not the same. And I work with Logic for like almost 20 years now. And it hurts me to need to change DAWs to make this thing. And some things, it was not very easy. It was like forcing and remembering, I need to tweak this before I enter on that thing. And because another thing of the live looping is that if you take a wrong turn at some point, you can ruin the whole loop.
Yeah, I see that.
So you need to be careful. And my goal was I need to find a way to use this in Logic because it's my DAW, is when I work every day. Also, way easier if let's say I record a beat now, and then I want to create already the way to loop that beat. I'm already in the project, So yes, this was the thing I needed. So now today I spend the whole day just setting and working and trying to make something.
And figuring everything out.
Yes. Yeah, and it's crazy because now there are so many possibilities that I need to create a whole new workflow to build the loops, because on the other ones I had so many constraints that I was already okay to arrive here. I can only go by that way, but now I have because from 16 pads I have 64 now. So it's like squared possibilities.
The thing is, you can maybe try to implement them, like when you work on new tracks, kind of try to think, okay, I'm making a new track from scratch right now, and then see which loops you can already kind of save in a different project, just to have it ready for, like a live performance. Because now that you started doing that, you can already kind of prepare everything while working on new songs. This way you don't kind of miss your schedules with the new productions, but you get them already kind of live performance ready, right?
Yes. That's perfect. That's the goal. Yeah, I still have 6 hours of Final Fantasy tracks to implement this. But for the new ones, I will definitely start working on them already, thinking in how will I twist to the looping sessions. And
I'm curious if your upcoming productions then in the future will have a kind of different concept to the older ones, because you now think about how to perform them live. And I bet it will kind of also give it not like a huge difference, but give it a kind of small twist compared to the songs that you did before.
Maybe it's a work in progress. It will probably be harder to make the songs live loop ready, because I will need to think harder, to work harder on the start, because every time you are changing something, you need to build momentum and to face the inertia of having things stopped, right? So I need to create things in a different way when I'm thinking of what I used to do. But when I get used to it will be way easier, and I will in one session I will probably have the song and the looping project already set. So yeah,
makes sense. Yeah, for me, but I don't know if this is helpful, but I always try to think how to make things easier instead of complicated. Always kind of try to find the easiest possible way to achieve a good result. maybe it's just like a figuring out how to make things less complicated, in the production.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had this on the last podcast that I recorded with Will, and we talked about this topic that the best songs are produced in the most basic way, they are not overcomplicated. And maybe thinking about that could help you in this progress of like how to make things actually easier than more complicated.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, in lo-fi, loops are fine. Loops are cool. And if you do the loop by yourself, then it's not like a stolen loop. You make your own loop, and you can just like play with that.
Yes, I already do this on almost every song because I don't use samples. Maybe only for like a sample of a one shot. Maybe a loop, like a Foley loop, but all my melodic lines are recorded. I record everything.
Yes, true. You play everything by yourself.
Yes. So it's already on my workflow. But it's funny because like stopping for that week to figure out how to make my loops more efficient because I needed to make them live. Well, the effect that it had on me is that on the next week, like the following 4 songs that I worked after already, it was much easier for me because my brain was on that mindset, Okay, let's start with this and that, this element and that element, and then you have already the beat, and you don't need to stay there stressing out how to make it perfect and better.
That's a positive effect when trying to do things differently.
Yeah.
And then you kind of came to the realization, okay, this works. This is, yeah, I see that. That's cool. That's a very positive side effect.
Yes. Sometimes we overcomplicate things. Usually when you are a bit stuck, you are not sure if the direction you are doing is the one you want, you tend to overdo things in the worst way. And you start adding layers and having crazy ideas. And sometimes you just need 2 or 3 things well done and it already sounds great.
Yeah, so that's so true.
So yes. So like in this live loop topic, I would say that my first goal is to be able to do my own songs and to perform live. Maybe I don't know, because I don't know how much longer we will stay in Berlin, but maybe even perform here. There are crazy music events happening every week. Like I'm sure a guy looping some lo-fi beats would also feel kind of almost normal in some environments.
Berlin is actually the place where you can really find a niche for that.
Yes. So maybe this is something that if I'm confident enough in the next 6 months, I would definitely try. I will start reaching out to people in 3 months, not in 6, because I will do, as you said, like you just go before.
And always email twice, always, okay. Or 3 times. Because sometimes it's just, like big events, they get a ton of email. And it's so easy to just like not see or skip it. Not even that they want to ignore you, but sometimes it's just like, let's say you come into the office, you organize this big event, and you have like 500 new mails. And let's be honest, you won't go through all of them.
Yes.
You filter by title for the important ones, like, I guess.
Something like that, yes. Now you ask some AI manager to check it for you. So this would be like the first step to create set myself as a live artist. And then my goal, my realization, my dream is to create a lo-fi for VGM live scene when we have other artists doing the same thing that I'm doing.
Interesting.
Because there isn't. I never heard about a VGM lo-fi concert festival with people. And I'm already pitching this in the server. It's like an embryonic state, but we will probably have like maybe in live stream in the first parts, but like a live festival with artists from our server performing 30-minute set. Everybody's invited, and we make like a 12 hours live stream in a whole day, like the guy from Final Fantasy do. And I don't know, I go, and then comes Shea with the violin and some backtrack, then Lucas Cooper play, then Tanoshi comes and play, then you can come and play. And we have like this whole day when we are just together, sharing our music to each other and to our community. Then somebody that likes you will come and maybe will see me and will like. Somebody who likes me will come and will see you.
That's a fantastic idea, man. That's such a good idea.
Bro, and then in 5 years from now, this become like the VGM Lo-Fi Lollapalooza, and you are touring around the world. I don't know.
Yeah, and I can totally see that working out. Because, I recently saw that, this famous ambient producer, One Heart, has started to playing like big shows, live. And he's playing like ambient music, it's most of the time doesn't even have a beat, but he fills stadiums. It's crazy.
It doesn't have lyrics. It doesn't have rhythm. It's
no
just
beat. Yeah.
Crazy.
And
it's crazy.
I mean, if you would have told me that 5 years ago, I would have said you are totally crazy. This will never work. But it works. It works, obviously. That's so crazy.
Bro, everything you do with passion, if the right person sees it they will connect. And we're just sharing love and sharing our art with everybody.
That's true.
And we have such a beautiful community. I think it's almost it's a waste to not share this with the world, right? And I don't know, maybe somebody will feel like, it's not my thing to play live. It's totally fine. But those who are willing to take this step to go further and because it's not easy to set up a track list and a set list and start working and building things and to perform. But once you start, man, it's easier to keep going than it was before you started. And I really see like a scene of VGM Lo-Fi. I don't know. I think it's something that we really need, and it will be awesome.
Or just like Lo-Fi in general, not make it VGM exclusive.
We can make it VGM exclusive, but you can make like chill. So because if it becomes something that will come somebody who plays dark metal covers from Zelda, I'm not against it, but I think that maybe it disrupts a bit from the mood, because the mood is to be chilled.
No, I meant like just like original lo-fi, including that, and not just video game lo-fi. I mean, keep it chill, but I just kind of after you told that I had to think about.
It can be. There are some kind of things like this with original ones, but usually it will be a guy looping samples, almost like a DJ. If you check on YouTube, there are lo-fi events, lo-fi concerts, but they are just looping samples and building. And I think VGM is a bit different because the songs have a structure. And then the songs have this nostalgia appeal that
that's correct.
If I'm going to an original concert, I'm just there to vibe, and it will be great. But if I go to a concert with songs from a video game I love, it's another thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I can totally see that. I see that. You just recently, like 5 minutes ago, said that you don't know how long you will stay in Berlin. What's about that?
No, I don't know, because we have our house in Italy, and we are here because my wife works here. but it might change when she accepted this job. It was like not in a condition, but with some accords with the company that we are going to Germany for the work, but we would like to come back in some years because our life is there, and it's super.
And you
cool
have better food.
Huh?
And you have better food.
Better food, for sure. Better food. But you start appreciating some things from Germany.
Yeah, sure.
Great beer, great bread. The fruit is nice.
That's true.
There are things. There are nice things, and I think Berlin is the opposite of overrated.
Underrated.
Underrated. Oh, sorry. It's an underrated city because it's so cool to live here. I really love it. It's super nice. We love being here. It's just that we don't speak German at all. Just a few words. I tried to ask for a pint of beer in German with a guy. He was staring at me and started talking in English. It was a complete failure.
But isn't it? That's like a cliche from Berlin that like even the Germans talk English with each other because it sounds cooler. I heard like a lot of kind of cliches and jokes about that.
Maybe. But so yes, we are working out. There is no deadline. We don't know when, but we'll not stay here forever. Maybe in 1 year, in 2 years, I don't know. But the goal would be to go back to Italy.
But play at least one live show in Berlin before you move back.
I just hope that I don't start getting gigs here when we decide to go. They don't need to come, but there is the flight from Bergamo to here is like 1 hour flight, 30 euros a Ryanair flight.
You just have to become enough famous doing those gigs before you move back, because then the venue will pay for the flight and the hotel, so you're cool.
Oh, okay.
You can live in Italy and just like they will pay for the flight and you will just fly to Berlin, play the show, fly back, all covered. Because I also have like a friend from the Pokemon community where we play the cards, and he's a DJ, Psytrance DJ, and he gets like invited to Portugal and stuff, and they pay for flight, hotel, then he can play there, get the also like money for the show, and then it goes back. That's
nice.
That's nice. How you should do it as an artist, actually.
Yes. I remember my guitar master, I call him like my former teacher. I don't do the lessons anymore because I don't have the time I would need to do. I would love to do. It's super frustrating, just a parenthesis here, because that your mentor comes to you and give you a very complicated concept that you will need to practice for hours, and then you are just focusing on making beats and making this and making that, and then you get to the next lesson in the next week or 2 weeks from now, and you didn't work it properly on the concept, and it's so frustrating. So I put like a pause in my guitar lessons. But anyway, one thing that he always said to me is, a musician needs to perform.
Yeah,
it must be on your DNA. Doesn't matter how you're doing, what you're doing, if you are getting paid or not, but it's part of the life of being a musician. So yeah, it's interesting.
It makes sense.
I can see his point. It's nice, and it's something that really forces you to do something that is hard, that you are not using, and the payoff it's so satisfying, even if you're not getting paid. But just
I know.
To be there vibing. It's a feeling that actually, I told you before, it's a feeling that I enjoy a lot. I use it to do like some concerts with my bands when I was a teenager. Actually, we organized some festivals with other bands and this thing. Like, I need to bring this to the lo-fi community.
Yeah, do that. I would really appreciate if you're getting into this direction. It will be something obviously refreshing, something new, and it's always nice to have something new going on.
Yes, So let's see. It's a very exclusive info I'm giving you here because it's just a very early stage idea. I'm pitching to some of the people in the server, but it will be a thing very, very soon.
Now you said it on the podcast. Now it have to become reality.
Yes.
There's actually no way to not do that now. There's no point of return now.
That's great.
I just remember we still have like an open project that we haven't started yet.
Yes.
That we talked on the last podcast.
I know it. It's a 1 day's job. I can do it in one day. I send you the stamps. Just need to find that small.
And that day of inspiration for making like a speed metal cover in lo-fi. I mean,
it will be super chill. Don't worry.
I'm so curious.
I have the idea in my mind already.
Would it help you if I would send you already a beat? Like, make some drums, some percussion, some Foley ambient, so you can just like trying to figure out with the guitar how to play it in this vibe?
I think it will be easier if I just come up with the progression, some guitar ideas, and I just send you and you put the
drums afterwards.
The drums on it, yeah. I would make it drumless so you could could put your parts.
Yeah, yes. I just thought maybe it would help.
No, it's just a matter of finding the moment.
Yeah, no
because
worries.
We were talking, and then I went to the Easter holidays, and I had to finish the other Final Fantasy VIII album. But yes, it's definitely something that I will put in my schedule for the.
All good. I totally feel you. I mean, for me, it's kind of the same. Even if I make like a break from the music, the podcast still goes on. So there's a lot to do here. Then I get now more and more work, for engineering. So this also takes from my time. But this is also actually the best thing I could do to get to the point where I can reduce the hours that I have to put in the day job. And it still keeps, the skills sharp and the tools sharpened by making mixes and stuff. This helps a lot to not get rusty, Even if I'm not working on new songs, they still open the door 5 times a week.
Oh, nice. And also to start listening to different things helps a lot.
Yes.
Even playing a different video game with different kind of songs, it gives you inspiration.
Bro, I just recently went into the whole scene of simulator games. It's so fun. I always made fun of those games because I was like, why should you play simulators and stuff? And it's actually so much fun.
And what kind of simulation are you playing?
I recently started playing this gas station simulator where you
just fill the gas.
No, not only that. It starts you're driving and then you see this really abandoned place where it was a super rusty and nearly broken down gas station. Then you have to renovate. Then you start to build a shop. At one point you can hire workers. Then you build a warehouse besides the shop where you can store all the products. And there's
a car wash.
Yes, exactly. All that kind of stuff. You build it bigger and bigger.
Wow.
And in the background is this, this kind of country-ish but rock vibe music, And I'm really vibing to the soundtracks. That's electric guitar, rocky,
Nice. And
so fun.
It sounds super fun and it's actually genius. It's a genius idea because it's something that it will be super nice to take something that is out of work and to rebuild it and make it work again and make it bigger. But you could not stop your life and just try to renovate and restore a gas station or whatever. So they gave you the video game to do this.
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't know. I saw some videos on YouTube while scrolling through YouTube. And then I saw like people playing some simulation games, and I'm like, this actually looks like fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was lately super hooked in this game. It's like from the 2021, I guess. It's called Tunic. I don't know if you have ever heard about.
What is it about?
Tunic. You are like a small fox, and you wander in a world. It looks like Zelda. Like you go with the sword and the shield, and the battle system and the way you wander around is like Zelda. But this game is fantastic because you know nothing. Everything that is written is in a language created for the game, and you just don't know what to have to do. And you start going, and then you start finding these pages that it's supposed to be like the book with the instructions for the game. And you find the page number 7, and the page number 7 says, if you hold X, you will sprint. It's written in that language that you don't know, but you can guess from the drawings that are there.
Okay,
and you go and you don't find the page number 8, you will find the page number 15 that says, in that place, maybe there was a rumor that there was something. Again, only images because it's everything written. And it's like you really... I was playing and my wife was watching. She hates video games, but she was super hooked also on this. Because you don't know what you need to do. And you go for these pages and you collect and everything starts to make sense. Then you see that you could, lots of things that you learn in the late game, you could have done in the beginning, but you just didn't know you could do that.
Oh, that's super interesting.
You just go in that place and it's crazy good. It's crazy interesting. And we were just focusing on, I will not get any tip from internet. We will solve everything by ourselves. And bro, this game arrived in the end. And they create a whole other level of finding treasures and things. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. To get the perfect ending, you need to figure something that is impossible. I don't know. And you go to see online later because now we have finished it. And people learned how to translate that system, and they translate it, and you can read if you have... The game will never translate for you, but we were almost trying to figure out us how to translate it. Then, no, let's check online how it's crazy to go for the translation. But
that's so cool. You really kind of implement a new language.
No, it's incredible. It's incredible. It's a super simple game, almost childish graphics, and there is all this thing behind that. It makes your brain works for real. It was a long time that I didn't play a game that made me really think.
And how is the music in that game?
Yeah, and the music is like 90s vibes with some JRPGs, that kind of stuff. So it was super cool because those songs became stuck in my brain. Then I went to make beats, some Pokemon beats that I was working last week. And I could feel that I was kind of going a bit to that vibe. It was nice. It was an inspiration that I was not expecting at all to get.
So you got into that vibe, with sound design, like how it sounds wise, how the vibe is, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool.
Super
you
cool.
can really get inspiration out of everything.
Everything. Also, for example, when we were in Italy, I was not going to the gym, so I was working out by myself. And I was always working out, listening to some... I wanted to stay in the lo-fi team, so I started just looking for some artists and just to really do a deep dive. And it's great how your mind, if you listen to the same thing or to the same style, the same artist, you will start getting new, fresh ideas, new approaches. It's a very, very good thing to do also.
Yeah, it's important.
Because you don't have time to listen to music. I stay with the headphones 8 hours a day working with music. I cannot. Sometimes a band that I like releases a song and I take months to listen because I don't find the right moment to listen. What I try to do, like to be consistent, is to follow at least your podcast. And also when I'm cooking, I have this tradition of listening to the soccer podcast from Brazil because they are crazy there. They have very detailed podcasts talking about each team. like I don't know what the coach ate after the match, and everything they talk, and that thing is addicting. And they are just old guys, like they were in a bar talking about soccer. You know that player and that player. So when I'm cooking, because I'm the one who cooks here in the house, I put my sports podcast and I just stay there with them cooking for
Awesome.
an hour. Or when I'm going to the gym, when I'm out, I'm always trying to pick up with the podcast.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the support, man.
It's super nice.
I appreciate that a lot.
What you're doing here is fantastic, bro.
And now it will be like 1 week later, but last week we figured out how to pronounce Will's name. It's actually just his name, Will Her. Just without the vowels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bro, I always need to think before writing his name, but where does the H goes? It's before or later? There's first the L or first the H?
Yeah.
It's not automatic.
No, it was so funny, we just started the podcast like 20 seconds in, and then like, I have one question, and he already knew. That was fantastic. Oh man. I swear, I'm dying from the heat here. It's not normal.
It's very hot. Yes, I will probably get only in my underwear when we finish this podcast.
Yeah, I have
because they don't have even fans here in German. Air conditioning is not a thing at all.
No, not really. Same here. You don't. Yeah. You only have like air conditions in like supermarkets, in gyms.
Yeah,
but you don't have like air conditioning in school. I remember as a child, I was like in the summer, we're dying inside there. Like it's too hot. And with my Ukrainian origins, it's not the climate that you built for.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
and it's getting hotter and hotter, man. It was like the hottest temperature on the Mediterranean Sea this week ever.
But that's good. Remember last summer was shit. It was like straight up only rain and storms and rain. I remember last year I didn't even have the motivation to jump into a lake or something because there were so many bad days.
Really? Yeah, here not. Here it was super nice.
Here in Switzerland, it was like one of the worst summers in years last year.
Oh.
And so, yeah, it's hot, but I'm still happy that it's like a nice hot summer.
Okay. Is it too dark, my video, or not?
It's got a little bit darker, but it's okay, I would say.
Okay, I can turn off that light maybe. Don't know if it will help.
No, I think it's bright enough.
Okay. Yeah, there's my loop station here just to change the colors.
It makes like a nice effect with the different colors.
I love this. It's like when it's resting mode, and I'm not using the screensaver, just change the colors. Super beautiful.
Gives it a vibe.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I would say we're already recording anyway for a very good time to lead kind of into the end of the pod. We can still do another one in a while. Do you have something to share for the end? Maybe what you learned during the last few months between like our first podcast and now. Maybe you had like a crazy experience that you want to share since then, or like a realization, a learning.
Realization. I don't know, man. I think from my side, I would say always trying to get more chilled and don't stress myself out too much for not putting things in the pace I would like, because it's impossible. We always want more and more and more. And at the end of the day, the most important thing is that we love what we do and we need to have fun doing it. So when it starts becoming something that is forced and I'm just doing for the sake of doing the next track, it's time to step back and take a pause to do live loops or something else. I don't know.
Exactly.
You choose the topic.
Yeah, in the end of the day, we are like still humans, no robots.
Yes.
As humans, we need our breaks. It's super important.
It's super important. I don't know. And I have my live stream, and that things, it's not that it put pressures on me, but I put it in myself. But because I really would like to live to see it, not with 6 hours, but with 15 hours, with all the games there for people to come there and stay there and listen to songs from all the games. And it's something that takes time, and it will take time. And I need to be cool with it because I cannot make 60 more songs in 2 months. It's more years. And it's a good thing to have more years because I have like a solid goal, with projects, and I would just do one after the other and try to be cool with it. And I'm also writing the soundtrack for a game, right? That is another thing that I need to do. We expect to have the demo in the early 2026. So
Wow,
I still need to work like 12 to 15 tracks for that. And I cannot stop doing beats for 2 days and come up with music like this. It's something that you need to get in the mood, get ready, study a bit. So also takes time. So I'm already working on my schedule to, like, after September, I will reduce the amount of things I'm working to put out just to a minimum, maybe 1 song per week, and leave some time to just get deep on that project to create nice music. So yes.
And I would anyway suggest you not to rush through the process. I mean, you have a big goal. You have a huge goal with making all the tracks from all the Final Fantasy games. And I mean, the most important part is to kind of enjoy the ride as well, not just enjoy the goal. Because, let's imagine tomorrow you finish the last track of every soundtrack. And then...
Exactly, what will I do? Yes.
So, just enjoy the ride. And you're doing a great job, man. I don't know what to say. You're doing it fantastic. Also with the project that you now compose for a video game. That's fantastic, man.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Very reassuring to have other projects, other things. And yes, and in the middle of everything, I decided to make a live loop festival for VGM, Lofi.
I'm super curious about that. I want to see this happening. I really want to see it happening and being like a big, cool thing. I really wish the best. And if you need any kind of support for this, just let me know.
Awesome.
I think this is a fantastic idea.
Yes. Yeah, and you need to perform on it, man.
Sorry?
Yeah, and you need to perform also. You need to play it on the festival.
I have to figure out how to do that, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
But the good thing is, you're also a Logic user. You can probably give me a little introduction to how to do that.
Yes, it's not difficult. It depends on the kind of hardware you get to make things. You could probably only also just with an iPad and Logic Remote, you could make the cells loop for you also.
Makes sense. Yeah, the thing is, I'm only using Logic for now 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice that it has this live performance mode.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to work with Reason, and Reason did not have anything that makes it easy to perform live. It was like, no, it's so complicated, and it's a great tool, but it's like not built for live. They're like, they focused on other stuff, you know. But I'm super happy with Logic. Logic is fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
It looks so cool with the light. Yeah, now it really got dark in the camera, but I can still see you pretty well, so I think that's not a big deal.
Okay.
But it looks cool if like you change the colors.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, thanks a lot for participating again. It was super nice to have a comeback episode with you, chatting all that crazy projects of yours. I wish you like all the best.
Awesome, thank you.
You have to be like a little bit crazy with that many goals, but like in a positive, very positive way. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's crazy, and I really want to see an update on the podcast. Like, I don't know. You let me know when you have time with with the busy schedule in a bunch of months, just to see where the things has gone.
Sure, bro. On the next time we talk, we need to be talking about how our Dragon Force song was built, to like deep dive on this, dissecting the beat. We need to talk about the release of the festival. We need to talk about the demo of the game.
Yeah, and how you got to play on the Final Fantasy event.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, sweet. Then thanks again. And also thanks to all the listeners who listen and support the podcast. And see you next week.
Awesome. Thank you, bro. Thanks for having me.
Thanks a lot.